watch out because it's Queasy and Thomas HD, some of the best to ever touch the game, but they lack a trophy in the collection, so now's their chance to change that.
I think we're prepared and we're confident.
Queasy, Thomas HD, they're pretty good.
I mean, if you want to talk about world records, Queasy and Veno getting 6 victory royales out of 12 last year. I mean, these guys just pull out these crazy strats, are able to pull out crazy plays, and I want to see it on the big stage this weekend.
The hot start with 2. Look, we look away, we blink for a second, and the double headshot onto Phaser.
The lineup is just nasty. The most important part was looking at both of their material counts. That is a strong build count for them to work with, and they're gonna need every bit of it, because when you look at Titans like Thomas HD and Queasy up on the high ground already, just trying to take advantageous shots, and any of these teams that are starting to trickle their way in, trying to see if they can suppress as many duos as possible to those mid and low ground layers.
Well, here it is. It seems like they've been able to catch a little bit of extra information there. Now looking for teams nearby. Bryson Bolt's going to be one of the first to go ahead and be in the line of sights here. But the zone hasn't popped just yet. They know it's got to go north. They're working their way through this build here. The cover's been blown, and they back off. Happy with the few tags, but still, they need more eliminations. Surely more placement points if they want to jump up to top 5, as those teams are still in this game. Meanwhile, Queasy still ramping his way across the high ground, right?
And that's for sure. Queasy, Thomas, they're going to try to hold on to hype for as long as possible. Ideally, the entire game, if possible, like what we saw at Chapatini in the last match. But Acorn Cold, very efficient, found a slight inside rotate despite so much congestion having pooled in the real center of that last zone. But everybody's got to get a move on now. Poyo, Peterbot just doing what they can to stay ahead of the pack. That reveal medallion as well, going to help them pinpoint some of these solos that might be running through these pre-existing builds.
Yeah, those extra layers right there. But look at this, Clix and Veno catching up with a tear there. Peterbot and Poyo find Yuma as well, effectively taking down some of that immediate competition, right? You want to start dropping those players that are up at the top of the standings if you want to jump over them. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very hard to do, but they are doing just that. Meanwhile, the wider shot tells us the whole story. There's an indestructible bridge separating the high ground layers from the lows.
And Vico, Flixie, they didn't manage to find the victory royale the way that they would have hoped in match 1, and now staring down their own demise here. Flixie gonna get knocked. Vico not gonna have an opportunity either to recover this one. Just too much pre-existing pressure. But Peterbot could go massive here. Acorn's gonna get caught out, and Peterbot gets the shutdown.
Oh, but someone comes from behind, and down goes Peterbot. Just like that, it's Cold to the rescue basically here, making up for lost time there. And at the end of the day, the real winner here is Cold. He gets more placement points. He gets to heal out now and kind of wait this one out. Meanwhile, Clix is still alive here, working his way through the game. Queasy and Thomas make their way up to the Rift Island. They are looking better than ever. There is so much material to farm back up here as well.
It's looking next to impossible for anybody to try and effectively challenge for high MDF, but we see crazy things happen. Clix, on the other hand, alongside of Veno, they're gonna fall back to back. Trulex and Chicho now seeing if they can try and finagle their way into that top leaderboard placements. But Deal's gonna be the next one they knock. Reason forced to play this one out as a solo.
Game 2 already looking kind of crazy. Reason takes down Merstash there, and he gets to secure the medkit. That's a huge
medallion
pick up right there. The medallion as well to give him that little bit of extra push here. And look at that. Of all the players that came into this game inside the top 5, Chicho and Trulix are one of the only ones standing here now. With 8 eliminations, they have ran their way up the standings and put themselves into this incredible conversation of a team to look out for right now. Rise and Agers, a great performance. Booga and Rapid show up and get put down, and now it's a top 3, but it's just Pars and Baka down here. Queasy and Thomas have all the time in the world.
Queasy and Thomas are sitting like kings right now at height, just watching all this catastrophe unfold underneath. Chicho, Trulex, they know they've got to deal with this team on high ground. All you see is the armored walls stacked in the sky. Trulex gonna opt for the medkit play instead, hope that he can outlast Baka in the process. But again, at the end of the day, he's just staring down Queasy and Thomas on height.
They're starting to look down here. They're starting to put some tags in. They see what's going on. It's just a matter of moments. 8 eliminations for Queasy and Thomas. They look up, who's trying to land on us? And of course, it's the one and only coming out the storm, Baka there, who just went with a desperate play. Meanwhile, Trulex down low. If he starts to focus in here, he falls so fast. And Baka has high ground now. This is a little scary, but the tag is so good for Queasy.
And the incredible part about it still, MDF, Queasy already had the record for most victory royales in FNCS finals, but he extends that from 25 to now 26 with this last victory royale.
That's right, yeah. Would you please give it up for Thomas HD and Queasy? Hop up for me, fellas. Everyone wants to see those faces. Let me see those faces. You know, 8 eliminations, a great start to proceedings there. Queasy, I mean, what is it like playing with someone like Thomas? He's got the eye of the tiger. He sees things that no one else sees.
I don't have to worry about Surge. I literally did like 200 damage that game, and we were 600 above or something, so it's pretty easy.
I mean, Thomas, you've been there. You've got almost every single T-shirt but the FNCS Global Championships. That would be the icing on the cake. Game 2, it's now yours. What have you felt out there so far? What do you feel in the lobby and players around you that are kind of causing you a bit of concern?
I mean, it's like really nice to play on the stage again. Like, we only have like 2 lands a year, so yeah. I'm just happy we won a game, like, and we can prove ourselves finally.
I'm seeing as well, Queasy. I mean, there's a lot of fans out here. Hey, you guys, cheering you guys' names all the time. Let them hear Fort Worth, Queasy and Thomas HD. Let them hear you. Come on. Right. How does it feel to compete as well in front of an audience like this as well? Obviously, there's 10 games left, but are you embracing every second of this alongside your partner?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I got some important people in the audience that told me that I should go hide and not die, and that's what I did, and we won the game.
Okay, I love to see it. And one more time, would you please, Fort Worth, give it up your Game 2 winners, Thomas and Queasy!
Them getting this victory royale is very, very scary, right? Because now they're kind of setting a precedent. You give us high ground, you give us a victory royale.
They clearly have a game plan locked in here that seems to be working, Z.
Absolutely, and we actually have a listen-in from that moment on height. So let's take a look at this.
Spring.
You don't have a dash?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
1 or 2. I can't.
74. Pulls far. I'm single layering. We're gonna have to dash and fight though. Top 3. 2 duos. Maybe we fizz and drop down right now. We fizz and drop down right now for sure. I have armored still.
Bring that up.
Yeah.
I'm dropping late, okay?
Yeah,
dropping down late. I have no ammo. Can we drop
okay.
it open or what?
Yeah, okay. Well, we can...
Fizz.
Okay. Yeah. Fight this guy, yeah.
Look up,
Kill
look
last
up.
one, yeah. Get hide, don't die! Get hide, don't die! Come on, man. It's too easy. Bro. It's too easy.
Queasy and Thomas still working their way. Look at this build. They are willing to commit heavy material, heavy resources to hold high ground.
And what's one of the most impressive aspects of Thomas HD and Queasy's run is that they've been doing all of this without a forecast tower. They are just sheer commitment at this stage. Thomas HD continuing to try and prevent players from getting anywhere near that secondary height even, as Cooper forced to just utilize the medkits, playing from the backside of the storm and zone in general, but only a matter of time before he's spotted out as a solo.
Just a complete shakeup with the teams we're seeing alive right now as well. Bryson Bolts keeping up the momentum from where they left off in game number 6, carrying it straight into game number 7 now. A near top 10 for Bolts here, but he will have to fight someone on the outside of zone. Trulex and Chicho, meanwhile, just running game here on the mid ground. Now looking to jump down to low. They have enough maps to do so, cutting off their opponents here. There's a lot of reaction coming here, though. You have Asia on one side of the wall, OCE on the other, fully boxed in now. They have to be careful. There's no way out. Trulex and Chicho might have signed themselves straight back to the lobby accidentally now. Oh no, having to heal here. Chicho gets caught out. One false mistake, and it will come back to haunt you here.
But
high ground.
Scope, Queasy, Thomas HD. They could tell Phaser for a moment. He got a glimpse, but he won't actually get a taste of what the high ground is like. Queasy now gonna be the first to drop. He's continuing, he knows he needs a refresh, he wants more material. If he can find an elimination, if he can play the disturbance factor, he can prevent anyone from having the potential to threaten Thomas HD's current position. Thomas HD, in fact, alongside Queasy, just gonna continue to try and secure as many eliminations as possible.
We are witnessing greatness right now as Thomas HD and Queasy are putting on a masterclass from the high ground here. Doing a very good job now securing eliminations, starting to rack up. Queasy will have to get those mats there, has to jump to the tree. He sends Thomas HB down to Soren and start cutting off the teams here. Completely new duos in the conversation as well. It's Zagu and King and Phaser now, that's all that's left in a clean 2v2 here.
But the zone pull, Thomas HD and Queasy, they made it to the top of the hill. Phaser is gonna manage to find his way up. Thomas HD instantly puts him down. Queasy with the cleanup as well, and a victory royale finish.
We expect it, and now they're performing from the interview section all the way in to the first match here of the day.
Would you please give it up, your Game 7 winners, Queasy and Thomas HD! Woo! Boys! That is the way to do a Game 7 on day 2 of Global Championships, Queasy. The high ground was king there again. What a way to start the competition today.
I mean, take high, don't die. It's that simple.
I love that. It's a man of few words, but you know what? They mean a lot. They pack a punch. Thomas, today as well, we see the likes of family in the audience, all these fans here as well. Fort Worth, make some noise for these players! I want to talk about how pivotal it was as well. You saw in the elimination feed, I think in the 6th zone, we saw Peterbot and Poyo go down. Did you know then you had to capitalize on that?
I mean, Christians said, like, you saw it in the kill feed, so yeah. Like, we just played our game. We didn't think about it. They were in the game, but it doesn't matter for us.
Now that you've seen the 1.5 multiplier making a massive difference today as well, looking at the points, you've really tightened things up at the top. Do you go out the same way again? I mean, obviously high ground being really important there. How did the mid-game change for you guys that time around?
I mean, we will see. I can't tell if we're going to play high or not, but if the opportunity is there, we're taking it.
And it seems as well, Queasy, that each time you guys get that high ground, you're the one sent down just to wipe the floor, get those eliminations. Thomas holds the high, and it's working really, really well.
I mean, yeah. What is there to say? Like, we just take high and we win. There's nothing else to do. Like, we just need to perfect our mid game, and if we get into end game with good match, that's it.
I'm not gonna.
We should remember their skins. We should remember their skins. Yeah. They're dashing.
30 on them.
Okay, we know their skins though.
Yeah, Catwoman.
I got a kill.
Disconnected them on the right.
Yeah.
They have dashes still, Catwoman on the right.
Yeah, I see. Here, drop him, drop. I'm going across.
I'm armored wall, I'm armored here.
Yeah, okay.
Armor yourself as well. Armor.
Yeah, I am. I did. We can get.
Spraying
we
them, spraying them.
I don't have fizz. I don't have
60,
fizz. I don't
100
have
points.
fizz.
That.
Nice.
He's coming up,
Going up. Yeah, I see. 100.
30.
Crack.
That.
Behind
on
you.
me.
1 HP.
That.
Yeah.
Take high, don't die.
Thomas HD and Queasy are also playing the low ground here, but not so hot looking for them at the moment as they are running out of material. So very different stark situations happening here.
They're at least healthy though, and with that Gatekeeper shotgun primed, it only takes one good shot for Thomas HD to find the refresh necessary. They're going to continue to sink in from behind the rest of the foot traffic there, playing from the backside of zone. Peterbot, Poyo, meanwhile, staying ahead of the pack.
Thomas
has lost Thomas. He's going to opt for the medkit opportunity instead, and with 0 builds remaining, it's all going to boil down to whether or not he can even make it into the zone and stay concealed enough for nobody else to pick him off.
There it is. He's going to break through the sidewall. This has all been edited. Baka's very weak. White HP. The armor wall comes through. Not worth, of course, pursuing at this moment. He has to focus in on staying in the front side here. No build to work with. Enemy around the backside. Can he get one? More points for him. This is huge for Queasy now. Earning points, earning eliminations. He has to stay ahead of Peterbot, who is on the low ground with a down teammate. Peterbot, so much more to work with, however. It's still so close for everyone else. Another med kit is going to start coming out for Queasy.
He's just doing everything he can to survive. Peterbot, though, going to pick off Teeny in the process. Queasy finds another into Rapid. Not going to get a chance, though, to collect the the body loot instead. He's scrambling, trying to remain out of sight here. Tulix and Chicho right behind him, but Peterbot grabs him in the end.
That's exactly what he needed as well. Peterbot trying to take back these points here. Finishing off Trulex now inside of a top 5 situation up on height. It's Dukes though with Peterbot looking to fight back. Do not count him out. It is all solos remaining here. Tito goes down. The next one is down too. Batman Booga sent back to the lobby. 3 players now here. Peterbot looking at 1v1v1 and another one. Down goes Bars. Can he find the final fight here? Dukes is excellent in these type of scenarios, but Peterbot is just a little better. Up top, the high ground hit is good, and he needs to go. And he does.
I'm joined by Queasy and Thomas HD here. We have got ourselves a serious championship Sunday. Queasy, the first 3 games, I mean, we had ourselves a lot of points scored early on, and Peterbot Poyo going down gave you guys a real advantage to get up that leaderboard, and you were the top spot for a while. Walk us through those first kind of couple of games and how that went really well for you guys, ensuring that you are definitely in contention for that trophy.
I mean, we're just trying to be consistent, but it's hard to compete with Thanos himself, you know, so we'll see.
Thanos himself. I mean, Thomas as well. I mean, you obviously in that 3rd game watching Queasy there, who managed to clutch up and just carry on going. You need those kind of plays in finals like this, don't you?
Yeah, I was like really hyped that he clutched up a few elims and he clutched from top 12 till top 6, I think, or something. Yeah, I'm proud of him.
Well, I mean, there's only like, what, 40 or 50 points between you guys and top spot right now, which is absolutely doable with the 1.5 multiplier. The last 3 games, does anything change for you guys? Is there any kind of strat coming into this you think this is how we go for it, or is the consistency and the complacency of where you are right now going to get you through and up to that main stage to lift that trophy?
I mean, I don't think we can change much. Don't really have time to make adjustments, but we just keep doing what we're doing, and we hope it's enough.
I want to hear about one for a second here. You guys as a partnership. What is it like playing alongside Thomas HD? I guess a lot of people at home right now wishing they could be next to you guys, competing with you. What's this guy like playing next to?
It's amazing, and it's pretty easy to play, you know? That's about it.
Same question for you. I mean, this guy, he's done it all as well. Queasy is the man. Same thing. What is it like this season playing next to Queasy?
I mean, it's great playing with Queasy. Like, I don't think there's anyone else that I want to play like a LAN like this with than Queasy. I think he's like the best ideal by far.
Okay, we're going to see exactly what happens. Will they manage to go all the way and lift that trophy on behalf of the EU? I hope so. Let's head our way back over to the rest of the gang and see what they have to say.
On the other side, Queasy and Thomas had a opposite situation, but this time it's an elimination.
They pushed in rather quick to capitalize on Kramzu and Clone, who do land a little bit north of where Research Rock is at. And sure enough, Queasy just beaming Kramzu.
Queasy, Thomas HD, hot on the heels of Flixie and Biko now. That would be an incredible team to drop, given that they are in 3rd place.
They could just play for Deadside at this point. They have so much damage above the rest of the lobby. They're gonna be a little bit late, but Thomas HD, do you ever miss with the Monarch pistol, man?
There is more action unfolding here for the likes of Thomas HD and Queasy, who are now looking to set themselves up with some high ground positioning once again here. How many wins do we think they can take before the weekend's over at this point? Match 11 starting to heat up, though. Not looking good for Clix and Vino, who are also going to fall inside the top 20. Peterbot and Poyo continuing to rack up the eliminations here.
They couldn't have found those elims at a better time. Granted, it would be difficult for them to actually make their way towards the body loot, but Peterbot Poyo, they might just choose to take what's right in front of them. Rise immediately falls to Peterbot's accuracy, but it comes at a cost. Peterbot's lost Poyo. The lobby has closed in. Peterbot from the low ground, forced to throw out the armored wall, but everybody's got their eyes on the prize. It seems as though they've all pinpointed the fact that this is a solo operation.
And look, he's still trying to possibly save his teammate. Remember, Poyo has a lot of heals as well and the extra material, but no, he has to give it up. He has to leave him behind. And we have seen Peterbot be here before. I mean, he just won a game where he clutched it up. So top 14 now. It's not over just yet. Queasy still alive. Thomas HD on the front side of the zone. Peterbot is just cooking though, taking down Teeny now. Every single time he drops a team and finds more eliminations, he is gapping himself away from second and third place.
And think about the mental game. It's starting to unfold for Queasy and Thomas. They're watching this elimination feed light up. Peterbot, regardless if he's got Poyo or not, he's willing to make some miracles happen. Low ground control, though, belongs to Thomas HD and Queasy. They're trying to make some eliminations happen. They need those points. They've got 5 already, but Peterbot just continuing this massacre at this stage.
Keep your attention down at the bottom right now as Thomas HD just found elimination in low ground, and they're starting to put the pressure while Peterbot's trying to rotate. Thomas is going to find another one down low, and he is still cooking here. Meanwhile, Queasy backs him up and takes down Reet on the low ground there, and they are just turning up. This is why they're first and second place given into this 11 match right here. They are decimating the lobby.
It's a 1 versus 2 scenario, but Peterbot is just making it happen. Thomas HD and Queasy sitting at 8 eliminations already, though. Peterbot gets another ritual, isolated, no Reet in sight because he's been taken out earlier on, and Peterbot continuing to tarp his way through the low ground. There's a possibility, MDF, these two might actually just clash head on.
We have a 2v2 and then all solos in between. One of those solos is, of course, Peterbot. Rapid is gonna fall as well, and he just does not stop claiming eliminations at this point. Booga on the backside of zone. Don't come out, son. It's not gonna go well if you step into Peter's domain. Meanwhile, Thomas HD, Queasy are setting up the victory royale.
Thomas HD, Queasy, they know. It's Peterbot and Booga.
Oh
all
my
they have
God.
to deal with, but Peterbot gets a huge chunk out of Queasy. Thomas is gonna fall. One more shot could do it. Peterbot with the refresh, continuing to break through on the low ground. He's making the impossible happen.
Queasy versus Booga up top. Takes him down. Queasy versus Peterbot now. How badly do you want it? Queasy is looking for the tag. Both shots can easily go any way. Peter finds the first one. Can he get the second? He is incredible!
The second time today, Peterbot knew it was exclusively down to him, and left to his own devices, he delivers.
You just cannot make this up. He is too good.
I can't even believe Thomas has come second again. You know,
I know.
Queasy on the global stage to come second again. It hurts. It hurts me. It will hurt them. But props to them for just how good they've been and at least pushing us to the final game. That was something many people would have never expected to happen. So props to them and the rest of the EU boys filling up that top 6. The rest of the EU boys filling up that top 6. Super impressed by all of them.